Hello, my name is Ali. I am from CS 2105 and I'm that guy who is with long hair and beard. Okay, that's my defense practice 1 and practice 2. And let's start from practice 1 and our tasks. First, we need to install and configure Windows Server. First step, we need to download the ISO file for our operating system to download. On my case, in VirtualBox, because I already installed it and I have it from previous lessons, and I don't have a pro version of Windows 11. So I have Windows 11 Home Edition, so I'm using Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, I creating here like name, ISO file, how it's already automatically put up all the type and version, and then it's like basic steps, but the important case it's like the put here gap for skipping automatic part, because it's really giving confuse me, and that is why I reinstalled Windows Server 5 times. Okay, then of course we are setting available memory of virtual machine and processor to work, and created of course disk for my virtual machine. Then I already created and I didn't took screenshots, because as you can see I already have VirtualBox installed Windows here. That's my proof, and I'm gonna also show it during the defense. So and also you said do not, as I said, do not take every screenshot, every step, like it's a basic thing for this part of virtual machines. Okay, I put it, set it all the settings, and I started my VM, and that started also the basic installation of Windows. I clicked to install, of course, selected the version of operating system here. No, it's language another, but I didn't change it because on screenshots of tutorial in the first practice there was written here, so I didn't change it. Choosing data center evaluation version, of course, and also Microsoft gives 180 days for free with work, so it's comfort time for learning Windows administration system. Oh, again, the screenshot, sorry. So it's already done, and customize the settings starts like I needed to create password. I created a password like basic, like my name, date of my birth, and I check the system, of course, after installation. And as you can see here, like already all installed, and it's all okay. Here also, here's my proof that it's working, but I will open it later. Okay, practice 1, exercise performing initial Windows Server configuration. So first step was changing server name. Here is the example of on screenshot from presentation from PDF file, sorry. And let's check my real VM for proving that I'm not liar, and I didn't take any screenshots from other, of course. So here's giving Doughty server, Doughty domain, but of course we don't have a domain now, so I choose workgroup, because here I had error because I don't have any domain. I didn't even create it here. So we will create it in practice 2, and you will see that it's okay and it's already working. And for my local server, I changed the name because it looks ridiculous for me. Who is that Doughty? I'm Ali. Okay, let's start another step here, enabling remote desktop here. Like from dashboard, I choose the local server, and from here, I just, it's all was disabled, not configured, so I configure it from here, just choosing these options. I enabled remote desktop. Oh, sorry. Then setting up the static IP address. But now, oh, sorry again. Now I'm using the not static. I'm using obtain an IP address automatically and obtain the necessary address automatically because yes, I'm using the following IP address for the screenshot, but was the problem that my local system didn't have Wi-Fi or internet connection with the LAN. So I disabled here and put it automatically, and it's working now because I really it was writing on CMD that I have this IP address, but it wasn't working with internet. Okay, and checking for updates. It's late screenshot because there was a lot updates here in this window, but I updated all, and here the screenshot that I already updated all. And turning off IA, enhanced security, we're turning off, especially as I said here. Oh, from here, yeah. AI enhanced security configuration. As you can see, it's off. Then changing the time zone from the previous screenshots, you could see that I didn't change it. I leave it all as was automatically on this window. So, sorry for these all mistakes because it's really hard to record it. It's my first time. Set time automatically it was, but I changed the time zone Astana because I'm here. And my conclusion is this hands-on tutorial is designed to provide us with detailed instruction how to install Windows or make configuration, because the part of configuration was really for me a little bit not hard, but gives me little troubles because it was the first time when I'm working not as the home version Windows for work but now I used as administrator, like configuring server and other steps. It was really for me new. And also I wanted to say that installation Windows and on virtual machine and next steps of real installation was primitive because I did it a lot previous time in school, I remember. So with this simple guide, I quickly mastered the installation process without any obstacles. After that, I can't do it. Okay, that was the first practice. It wasn't so hard as I said, so let's start to the next. It's the practice 2. Active directories, sorry. In this section, we will add basic steps to dashboard roles and features. Last but not least, under the dashboard, add basic configuration to roles and features. This step includes promoting server in the AD domain controller, like on the screenshots was written the example of VS local, like as domain name. So I choose this, and let's start. Like first one, we choosing add roles here from dashboard, add roles and features, like install it already, choose the disk, of course. Here's the screenshots, like role-based, feature-based installation. Like here on this example, I'm adding Active Directory domain services. And the next step features, adding Net Framework 3.5 features. Because on screenshots it was not choose, yeah. But I didn't have the gap. at this time. So I put it here and then started installation. I needed to confirm restart, of course, to work next after these steps. It was installed, it started and installed, of course, restart my virtual machine, and then going to the next Active Directory domain series. Here we are creating our domain, because on previous steps, on the first practice, it was written like error, check the domain, other, because I didn't have on this time domain, and we used work group. But now we will use domain because we will create it, of course. Oh, where is it? Okay, like adding new first, giving root domain name, and then like giving password and putting gap on specify controller capabilities like domain name system, global catalog. It was already there. Then additional options like the NetBIOS domain name. Also use the example from the screenshots of presentation WS. Then all requirements check, and then I installed also, and here local server domain vs local, like change. As you can see, my domain set up because I created and I can use the domain, and I added my administrator and of course my second user that we will create during this practice too. Then we go into group policy management. I didn't take a screenshot because it's already like showing tools here. I choose like group policy management and choosing default domain controller policy. We need here later, but I leave it open it because its feature will help me. Creating new object organizational unit here in Active Directory user and computers. To put my user, in my example, it's me. To put user here, and then in this object, I'm adding, I created the group CS team called, and I added my profile, second user account. Sorry, I can show it right now, like tool, Active Directory users and computers. Here, CS team, I created here. And members, it's Ali, it's me. And from this example, from presentation, I also added object here, like CS name of my group, number of my group, sorry. And it wasn't difficult, just like for more comfort work. Okay, let's start from real task. I started from the task number 3 because I couldn't even entrance or like just log in because I didn't have entrance of the user possible on local machine. Like here, I'm allowing locally properties and adding my CS team where my user Ali, my second user, not administrator, was in this team. So allow log on locally is Windows Server. I choose it from previous steps that I said I need it in future here. And as you can see, here's the line, allow log on locally. I added my team there, and I could, sorry, not could, I can still log in a new user. And in the first task, I showed that I log in this system. So I can prove it. Let's sign out from this user. And I'll also turn it off the option using Control Alt Delete for here. Just like click the mouse as the usual. Like here, writing my profile and my password. not working, sorry. Yeah, correct. And as you can see, I logged in this system, but let's get back to my main account for checking these options that I used it here. Let's pick another user, and here writing the administrator and my password. Oh, oh, I wrote it incorrect. And also I'm back to the my system main administrator account. So allow log locally is the Windows Server security policy that specifies which users or groups are allowed to log on to computer locally. By default, only members of administrator groups and local users are allowed log on locally by configuring the allow log locally that I did previous steps. And you can control it from here in the security system. Then first step, like I proved, I'm entered a new user, and here's the screenshot of my user account. Okay, learn the user assignment list. The net user is the window command that I used here in CMD and other commands in PowerShell here from my administrator PowerShell and CMD. Like here, that's the written that net user is the Windows command that allows you to manage user accounts, like creating, showing, deleting, modifying user accounts. It's the Windows tools that allows you to inspect and after the file, folder, and permissions, like viewing, changing, rating, replacing, and permissions. Then we must check the identification issued to user group or computer items. So we're using here command net user, like user account for Doughty server 1. It was previous, I rename it later. So sorry. It's from my user account I did it, like here, Altynbekov, net user, like who I belongs to, and here, reading the real information, it's really helpful to find issue in our system. Then opening the PowerShell, and here I'm writing like user account name and SID, and using the same group and get name SID here, not user account. And it was a lot of information here, like all information that I needed, because I launched my administrator PowerShell from an administrator, like, yeah, sorry. And changing the password requirements, like setting the 40 days, like here, group policy management editor also, like here we can see that maximum and minimum, like not defined in the first, like maximum we're putting 40 days, and automatically, I don't know how, minimum password age gave me like 30 days, and like between these 10 days I needed to change password for user account. And then last step, I'm removing Control Alt Delete to start the system, because in this asking task and like here, I'm from here is not comfort to like keyboard and send the Control Delete to make it every time. And by conclusion, I can say that by successfully creating a virtual machine image on VirtualBox Oracle with all necessary initial configuration, we took a crucial step in setting a robust and reliable IT infrastructure. This process like ensures that, because we really did the like first steps, the beginning of administrating and making IT infrastructure. And here's the reading what I did, like Centralized management of users groups, resources ensures that security policies are enforced across the network. Furthermore, like TCP ports, connection properties, and properly configured remote access to the virtual machine. We configured Internet Explorer Guard properties group and user allowing local access to the server login and updated last patches. It ensures that our VM is ready and in its like working correct. So thank you for your attention and sorry for this video with my mistake in my English.